with solution C, your pH will need to be less than 8.2, but greater than 7.6. That's all you can conclude about it. And then for D, it needs to be less than 3.8, but greater than 5.4. Okay, so those are the main conclusions that you can draw from that. So then I want you to do questions 2 and 3 as well. Okay, so try those. But what I'm going to do first, before I give you time for that, is to talk about our lab, just so that you get a bit of an idea for it today, and we might have to finish it tomorrow. So take the lab. So does that give you a little bit of indication on how to use that chart, okay? Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of an exploration lab. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do at each step. So you're going to have samples available. It doesn't matter to me, like if you just want to do 3 samples and you only have the time to do 3, that's fine. Okay? I at least want you to do at least 1 acid and 1 base though. Okay? So from that list of samples, you can pick whatever you want. You don't have to do all of them. If you just want to do half, if you want to do 2, it doesn't matter to me. Okay? Then there's a bunch of indicators available. Okay, so lots of indicators available. So I have litmus paper, pH strips. I'll give you magnesium, because what can you tell about magnesium? If it bubbles, it's acid. If it doesn't, it's base. Okay, bromothymol blue. Okay, phenolphthalein, orange 4, methyl orange, red cabbage. We're going to make our own red cabbage indicator. Methyl violet and alizarin yellow. So you have all of these available to you. So you got to think about it. If it's a base, you're not going to use all of the indicators for an acid, right? So you're going to have to choose indicators that are appropriate for each sample to kind of narrow in. You could use all of the indicators if you want. It just wouldn't be necessary, right? Because so if you look at something like acetic acid, well, are you going to use alizarin yellow to see if it's 10.1 to 12.0? No, because it's an acid, so you know that its pH has to be less than 7. So you would use indicators that are in that range that's less than 7. If you want to for fun, like pH paper, you know, that's just for, or the litmus paper would just be, you know, for fun, because you should tell by the name if it's an acid or it's a base. Okay? The only one that you might not know is Alka-Seltzer. So you might want to use the litmus paper for that if you don't know if it's an acid or a base. Okay, so you can kind of, like, and I kind of put these in order. The litmus paper, pH strips, and magnesium strips, those are kind of for like the beginning, just to see if it's an acid or a base. The pH strips themselves, though, will tell you kind of the exact range. So you can kind of use that as your marker to see if you got it right or not using your other indicators. Okay? And then you can pick between all of these what to use. Okay? Now, a note of caution, these indicators were purchased in 1990. So I don't know if they kind of lose their reactivity over time. So it'll be kind of, you know, an experiment with that too. So that's why it might be good to use your pH paper to kind of see if you got it close or not. Okay? Yeah, and so we'll make our red cabbage today. So then here, I give you the indicator for the red cabbage chart because that's not obviously in your data booklet. It's not the colors, but it's at least printed the color here, right? Okay. And then here in this chart, you can write in the sample, so say you choose to do HCl first. So you write in HCl here. And then actually in this box, I want you to write down which indicator you choose to do. And then tell me what its observations are. You know, so say, you know, it turned yellow, which means its pH is probably about this, or it has to be less than whatever. Okay, so that's all your observations. And then here you can put your sample again, what your main conclusions are about what its pH is like, and then give me your ionization or dissociation formula from that, okay? So what I think we're going to do today